here with Miami coach Anthony Noreen after a 4-1 win over Lindenwood, and we will take a few questions.
Coach, you got a little bit of everything from your players. You get a shorthander, you get an empty netter, you get a power play, you get an even strength. Is this what you're looking for as far as a bounce back is concerned?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, to me, it's throw all that aside. I just think it's a team win. I mean, you got a guy that dove headfirst to block a shot in a 4-1 game, and guys with fingers split open from blocking shots. And that's when we talked about what we're trying to do here. I mean, the biggest thing is create a culture, set a standard, have an identity as a program. And there's going to be nights like that. Like there's going to be nights where what was it, 9 minutes a kill in the third period, and 2-1 game, and they were kind of coming, and they get one kill, then another kill, and then a 5-minute kill, and you bend and you don't break. But I think, again, our standard, we like to think it's pretty clear. And a big part of that is when it's your turn to stare one down and block a shot, you got to do it. And then that kill, especially in those 5 minutes, and unfortunately I think that's our fourth one we've had, obviously got to go to a lot of guys. And Demmer's a huge part of our kill on the back end, and he's out, so some different Ds involved and a bunch of forwards, and Johnny makes a great read on the entry and scores a shorty. And, the energy in the field amongst the guys was that of what it should be when you feel like as a team you earned one. And I feel like they earned it, and obviously there's a ton of things we need to get better at. But I just thought culture-wise and standard-wise that was a really good step for us.
How about Ethan Dahlmeir getting 34 saves for his first career win?
I just told him I had a flashback to playing against him last year and having a very similar game like that where he was all over the place. And I mean, the save he made on the power play at the end was big time. But I thought he made a lot of really good saves throughout. And I don't know if he had a chance necessarily on the one that went in, but he was really good. Good for him. Obviously, he had a good response when he came in relief for Bruno a couple weeks ago. I think he's incrementally gotten better in practice as a freshman and has pushed. And what I like about it was there was no one happier. I mean, Bruno's got, the post-game award that we give out, and there was no one happier than him to hand it off to his partner, Dolls, which was pretty cool to see.
I think you might get an assist at the end of the day, too, on that empty netter, too.
Coach, felt like an effort last night where you guys blocked a lot of shots, and you block even more tonight. You ended up with 22, and you referenced it a little bit, even going to block shots with 10 seconds left in a 3-goal game. What does that do for the energy on the bench in a game like this where you're just trying to keep the tempo really, really high? Yeah,
I mean, I think it's one of those things, and we've talked a lot about it. It's a contagious thing. And when the guy next to you is willing to do it, and it's your turn, you're willing to do it, it makes it a lot easier when you know that guy's going to do it. So I thought it was just that type of game where they were a team that throws a lot of pucks at the net. And then when you had to kill 5 times with one of them a 5-minute, obviously they're going to get some looks. They're a good team. Again, I just think I've said this a lot. I've just never seen a good team that makes a run at any level that is not an elite shot blocking team. Obviously, you'd like to spend a little more time in the offensive zone and not have to do it and stay out of the box, but it's a part of it. And bending, not breaking defensively is a massive part of the foundation of a team. It's something we've got to continue to get better at, but I thought tonight was a good stride in that direction.
You ever gotten a radar gun to a Casper Nasson one-timer in practice at some point?
I didn't even know it went in. Our nets are wound a little bit tight here. I thought it hit the crossbar, but yeah, he wired it. Again, it's kind of we've seen that a bunch, and it's a gift. It's special. It's when you look for guys and when you're recruiting and when you're putting a team together, you want guys that have elite traits, and you want to try and build other things around them, and that's an elite shot. Like I said a couple weeks ago, it's as good as I've seen or been around. So, real weapon on the power play that you have to honor him at all times. Opens up other things, and I think that group's just done a really good job. There's some young guys on that group. I think that unit's done a really good job of just being predictable, and Quinny does a really good job up top. For a freshman, the poise he shows at times is good. It was nice to see the power play have a good night especially after last night. I think they needed that.
Staying on Casper a little bit, I mean, he missed those 2 chances in front just a play or two before that, and then comes back and responds on the power play. Can you talk about that, the mindset to come in and respond and how you see that? Yeah,
what we love about him, and I think Troy's done an unbelievable job with Casper, what we love about him is he's maybe and again, a lot of guys have taken the information and applied it, but for him, it's a major jump. I mean, think about it, being that age, in a different country, with a different language, going to school, and he's not taking easy classes. And, totally different game on a smaller rink, new staff, all those things that are going on socially and outside of hockey. I think he's been one, if not the guy, that's been able to take the information and apply it. And I think he's just been incrementally better. And again, he's got an elite quality in shot, but he's also got size and a physical element that we're trying to, teach him to use without the puck, but maybe even more so with the puck, in teaching him to realize how strong he is and how much he can protect it and be physical with it and create separation. And like I said, I think Troy's done a really good job working with him, and I think he's just been a really good guy, really good player at listening, learning, and applying the stuff that we're teaching him throughout the week.
Raymond scores his first goal of the season tonight. What have you seen from his game, and especially scoring a goal on the penalty kill at that time in the game?
Yeah, he's a guy that was challenged pretty hard, and love his response. Again, it's very easy as a coach and as a staff or as a team sometimes to put a challenge to a guy. You love the guys that rise up and answer the challenge, and I thought he responded, and I thought it was somebody he deserved. That he was really good in the second. I thought he was really good in the third. He's another guy that had a ton of shot blocks, and he hadn't been on the kill early in the game. The reason he went on was because of his second period, and obviously it was a great finish by him.
You go on the 5-minute major penalty kill with a little over 10 minutes to go. When you kill off a 5-minute major, especially in a close game like that, it can be a boost, almost like scoring a goal. But then to score a goal, I'm already in the process of that too. How big was that in momentum going your way and being able to close out the game to kill that whole thing off and get the empty net?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot like the flip side of what we talked about last night. Like you give up a shorty. I think when you kill a 5, you usually like the result of the game. Obviously now you got a unit that's come out. They're frustrated. They're coming out again. They're frustrated. They're coming out again. They have 2 units going. We were killing 8 guys up front and 5 on the back end. So that's where you're a little more fresh towards the end. And the longer it goes, the more frustrated they get. And that's when breakdowns happen. That allowed for us to go in and score there. And then, I think something we've tried to really ingrain, and Nyze's done it, we've done it, where it's like when we get a kill, we want to get excited. It's a chance for us to take the momentum of the game. It's a chance for us to, as a group of 4 plus a goalie, to frustrate their most skilled players and flip the momentum. And I think this group's done a really good job of grabbing onto that, and I think more so tonight even than last night. But the group's been really good on the kill.
Here with Ethan Dahlmeir after Miami's 4-1 win over Lindenwood, and we'll take some questions.
Ethan, congratulations on your first collegiate career win. 34 saves. Talk to me about the whole game. You saw a ton of shots come your way. Your guys blocked a ton of shots, but 34 found their way towards you that you were able to save.
Yeah, it was a good team effort. Team found a way to block some shots for me. I was just seeing the puck. They were clearing bodies out in front of the net, making it easy for me.
When you're on that extended penalty kill, the 5-on-4 for 5 minutes, how big is it to get this shorthanded? How much does that boost you the morale?
Oh, that gives that team a bunch of confidence for sure. Just getting that goal is huge. Go up 3-1, up 2. Just great way to finish a kill, I guess.
Coach referenced a sliding stop you made on that penalty kill a little bit earlier. You're a bigger guy at 6'4", which normally on the scouting report means to try and kind of get you moving east to west a little bit, but that's kind of a strength of your game and being mobile. How are you able to develop that as a bigger guy to be that good at moving around the net?
Me and Coach Cizik, just work on speed every day with lateral play. It wasn't one of my strong suits coming in, but we've worked a lot on it, and I think I've developed that part of my game a lot.
You started your first collegiate career game at Ferris State. What's it like starting and winning here at Goggin in front of all the Redhawks fans?
It's a lot of fun. It's a lot better than losing at Ferris State, I'll tell you that.
We talked briefly about the block shots, but 22 blocks is a ton. What do you say about the effort given by the guys out in front of you?
Yeah, we talk about it all week. We got to block shots, and that's what the boys did today, so kudos to them. Great job.